bones. And that means terminal, that means toast. And I didn't really know what to do, and I was fortunate that my son, he says, Dad, try looking at pH. Sometimes when you change the pH of your body, things happen. And so what I did, I made up a baking soda molasses water solution. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Right now I'm doing, this is over 2 years later, I'm still alive, and I'm doing, on the website, www.phkillscancer.com, I'm doing more or less a tune-up of alkalining my body. So this is the baking soda. I'm right now at the stage of putting 2 teaspoons in. So here's 1 teaspoon, and that's 2 teaspoons. I'm going to add a teaspoon of molasses. Now that's a teaspoon of molasses. This is a soft science, and I'm going to put in about a cup of water. All right? I'm going to stir it. Now this is what I did during my whole protocol that you'll see on the website. And then I would drink this. You see it going all over the floor, Mark? Mark's going to clean up when I get done. But no, I'll clean up. What I would do, and then I would go ahead and drink that. What I'm doing now is the first part of the protocol that I'm doing now. I'm doing about 12 days of this protocol to raise my pH up to a certain level. I am going with Don's protocol, and you can see what his protocol is on the website also. Don used basically the protocol that I have on my website, and he adjusted it a little bit. What he did, he warmed the water up so that the baking soda dissolved in it first. I'll tell you, this worked for me. I'm very happy. Let's go ahead. I'm going to set this to the side right now, and then I'm going to do the baking soda in the pan and in the water. So first I'll put on Mr. Stove. I'll put in a cup of water that I'm going to use. Okay. Cup of water. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. You know, baking soda is really not that expensive, and I know it's a lot less expensive than what other people. You can see it there, Mark. Can you take a look how it's sitting there? Now watch how quick that dissolves. Now, I have gas at home. I'm using Mark's range right now. Can you see that, Mark, in there? It's a little cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty soon it'll be nice and clear. And actually what I've discovered is this goes down a lot easier than when I just used what I did over 2 years ago. But again, I'm very happy with this one. All right, that's pretty clear. Let's add that teaspoon of molasses. Looks good to me. We'll stir that up there. Looks like artwork, doesn't it? Now we can shut this stove off.
Here is Vernon Johnston's baking soda molasses protocol from his website that is no longer up. His original video was uploaded over 13 years ago and YouTube removed it. I assume he left Earth from old age. This is for educational purposes only. I take no responsibility if you or anyone else does this protocol. I suggest you do more research on the subject. This is Vernon Johnston's baking soda molasses protocol he used to fight cancer and won. After 2+ years after stage 4 prostate cancer diagnosis and then clear testing of no cancer after the protocol, he made a video of how to mix the solution and was doing another 12 days of the protocol, I assume for preventive measures. 1 teaspoon baking soda and 1 teaspoon black strap molasses mixed in 8 ounces of water for 4 days. 4th day pH measured 7.5. Day 5, took the solution twice a day. Day 6, 2 teaspoons of baking soda with 2 teaspoons of molasses in 1 cup of water twice a day. Symptoms, a little nausea and queasy. Stools have a yellowish tinge. Day 7, 3 teaspoons of baking soda and molasses in water. Then got nervous and back to 2 teaspoons of baking soda and molasses. Symptoms, lips tingling a bit and I feel the beginning of oxygen euphoria. It felt like I was hooked up to a pure oxygen machine and my nostrils were as big as wheelbarrows. Day 8, I moved to doing the double dose 3 times a day. I want that pH to get up there. There could be some health issues with all this baking soda, but I already have health issues. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm going by feel. The pH is doing good. pH 8.25, goal is 8.0 plus for 4 days. Day 9, 2 teaspoons of baking soda and molasses 3 times a day. A little diarrhea, a little weak. It would have been a good idea to up my potassium intake. I sure like the oxygen feeling. pH tested throughout the day. pH 8.25, 8.5, 8.75, 8.5. Felt oxygenated euphoria throughout the day. Like my body was breathing pure oxygen. Nostrils are at least a mile wide. Day 10, 2 teaspoons baking soda and molasses in water twice a day. My headache is more persistent and I'm having body sweats at night. Headache most of the day and part of yesterday. Sweaty at night. Cut back to twice a day. pH 8.5 headache. Day 11, 1.5 teaspoons with molasses in water last day before my scan to check my bones. pH 8.0 and 7.5 going down to protocol 2 times a day. Headache, loose stool, sweaty at night. pH 8.35. So there you have it. That was my last day before the scan. I was hoping that I had reached my goal of maintaining pH 8.0 or above for 4 to 5 days. It may have been a stretch, but I think I reached it. Because of the differences in the pH papers and sticks, I was not 100% confident that I did enough. If I was not going to hospital the next day, I would have continued for a few more days. Why did I quit? I really don't know. Sometimes I just do things. Believe me, I was nervous. As you can see, I named this dance, I got hit by a rainbow. Now remember, my dosage of baking soda is what I used, each person is different. I would suggest that you use muscle testing, or like in my case, I used dowsing to find out what dosages to take. When I took the BS, I did not use anything to figure out what to take. I just did it. Now when I did take it, I did not take it in regards to whether or not bicarbonate of soda would interfere with my digestion process. So if I were someone taking BS to change my pH, I would.